All right. What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. We're taking a look at Baba, ticker symbol BABA. This is Alibaba. And if you guys happen to grab the debit spread that I showed you guys in my last video on Baba early last week, uh, that play is already up anywhere from 80% to over 100 and about, 30%, 40, 50%, right? We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at that play. So stay tuned to the video. And if you find anything useful or helpful in this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. So Baba, amazing day. All right. And this was due a lot in part to some news about Chinese regulation and things like that. So a lot of the Chinese stocks soared, right? They took off today, Neo being one of them as well. And of course, Alibaba leading the way. We closed the day off with a 36.76% gain on the day. Amazing rally. And if you're wondering kind of what these little boxes are right here, these blue boxes, these are what's known as daily gaps up. Okay, we're going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to go to the daily gap, to the daily chart. Okay. And remove a little bit of these older drawings, and we'll go ahead and look at the gaps up that Baba has to fill. Okay. So we filled our first gap right here, right around $95, $96. We have another gap up to about 116, 115 area. We have another one up to 120 to 124. And then we have this nice monster gap up to 150 to 160. All right. So the play that I actually showed everyone, right, was an option play. It was for the January 20th, 2023 expiration date, right? Just because, this play has some time on it. It had over 300 days till the expiration, right? So if Baba tanked the next day or fell, the next day, this option contract wouldn't go worthless to zero. It still had some time on it. The theta was pretty low. And then also it's a debit spread. So that also helps out with time decay and theta. That's what the theta is your time decay. Okay. So specifically the ones we did was the 150 and 160 strike. Now, the reason for that is because, we're playing this gap fill up here, the 150. There's a gap here on the chart from 150 to 160. All right. Now these gaps tend to fill about 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market. It's just a matter of when. You don't know when these gaps are going to fill. So you have to position yourself accordingly, right? So anyways, if you look here, all right, and we look at the minimum right here, if you wanted to purchase one of these right now, it's going to cost $183. At the time of, when I showed these to you guys, they were worth $100. All right. So already, if you put $100 into this, you could have sold it today for $180 and earned an 80% return on your investment in less than a week, right? In about a week's worth of time. I uploaded that video about 5 days ago, and that's a nice 80% return on your play. Now, of course, if you would have been able to sell it, for the top of the spread at 245 and it cost you $100, then that is a 145% return on your investment, right? So that's why I like trading options. That's what we trade in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord, and that's where you're going to get a lot of these plays first. Okay. I posted my Baba video on 311. Right. And, on 310, I was already posting in the Discord some of these suggestion plays. Buy the 150 call spread, sell the 160 strike for a call spread. Right. And I said, hey, it's a gap fill play, cheap with lots of time. Hashtag still risky, though. Right. Because, of course, nobody knew exactly what was going to happen with the Chinese stocks. There was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And so there's a lot of risk involved with that. But with that risk comes, reward. All right. Kind of like Spider-Man's father, Uncle Ben says, with great power comes great responsibility. With great risk comes some great gains. Okay. You just have to do a good job of managing your risk. Now, if you look here, the max loss on this play was about $100. And the max profit is almost $900. So this is a very good risk to reward ratio, right? Well, why wouldn't you risk around $100 to try to turn that into $900. If you get 10 of these, you're risking $1,000 to turn it into $9,000. So there's a really good risk reward ratio. And if you want to join the Options Trading Tycoons Discord, the link is going to be in the description below. Okay. If you use code Zackley, like the channel name Zackley Trades, you'll get a discount on your membership. Okay. Now, what I want everyone to be aware of, okay, is that yes, we did just have an amazing day today, but in this process, we created a new daily gap down. So I'm going to chart it up here for you guys live like this. Whoops. And yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. There's a gap now from 87.50 all the way down to about 80.5. All right. So, this is going to be your possible re-entry zone. If you missed out today, the worst thing you can do is FOMO into something and try to chase it. Right. A lot of times when something runs up massively like this, 36% in one day, you can expect, a nice pullback as well. All right. So we may pull back over the next week or two back down into this area, or Baba may sustain, it may sustain this bullishness, and we may not see this gap down fill, until we really get a bearish news cycle, right? Or some type of bearish catalyst to drive it back down. Right now, there's a positive catalyst. The trend is your friend, and you don't want to fight the trend. Okay. We still have these gaps up here to fill. I'll go ahead and remove this one now that we have filled this gap here. And, we're not too far away now from the gap up to 115. And then once we get that past that gap at 115, again, we have another gap up to about 124. So, still lots and lots of potential on Baba, but you do need to be cautious. And if you're not in Baba now, maybe perhaps wait a little bit, wait to see if we pull back and drop below 87, 88, because we know if we pull back down below 87, $88, there's a potential that we could end up filling the gap down to $80. And then maybe you could start looking at grabbing a position, right? Now, of course, none of this is financial advice. I can't give financial advice to any of you. I don't know you guys at all. This is more of just some educational entertainment purposes, but we do offer one-on-one coaching. All right. You can, hit me up in the Discord if you guys would like some coaching. We also do, portfolio evaluations. Like if, a lot of people may have, some really struggling portfolios and weren't necessarily prepared. I know a lot of growth stocks and meme stocks, are down like 90, 70, 80, 90% from all-time highs. And unfortunately, there were some people who were buying those things around those all-time highs and just kind of held the bag on those and are down pretty significantly. So there's lots of ways to protect yourself from that happening. And even if you don't want to sell your shares, you can use, some other strategies with options like protective puts, selling calls. You can do some things like that to lower your average cost basis on your shares. So that way, when the market gets out of this dysphoria cycle and it goes into its next euphoric cycle, and there's a nice, and we're making all-time highs again, your average cost basis on your shares has already gone down, and you were able to, just make some extra money using your shares as leverage, right? So thanks again for watching. Let me know if you have any stocks you want me to analyze for you. I do viewer requests every week. So anything you want. Okay, Chinese stocks, we can do blue chip stocks, we can do small caps, we can do penny stocks, pharmaceuticals, mining companies are really, have been popping. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, appreciate you guys watching.